Yo. Yo, Dennis.
Hey, Bob.
Good morning. I'm so excited to speak with you, man. I feel that there's so many topics I would like to touch base on.
Yeah, sounds good. Sounds
How's
good to me.
Ibiza doing?
Well, very well at the moment. The weather is getting to summer temperatures now, so that's good. We had some stormy days, but yeah, it's perfect. The weather is perfect, and well, in this situation, the COVID time, the island is doing quite well as well. So yeah, nothing to complain. Restaurants are open. So what do you
Oh,
want
wow,
more?
that's a luxury. Look, that's a luxury.
Yeah, absolutely. So.
Yeah, gyms are open as well. Life has gone back.
Gyms are open. They only can use about between 30 and 50% of their capacity, but yeah, everything is open, so we can quite do a lot of things, everything, and sometimes with less capacity for the restaurants and bars. But yeah, we can go out, we can enjoy life.
Yeah, that's beautiful, man. And I follow you on your social media. I mean, and you live perfectly as well, right? You're in the middle of nature, having some sea views.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
so not a lot of people around you. That's really that's
No, no. Our home is very quiet, and if we want, we can go out and find some crowd and the restaurants in 5 to 10 minutes. So, but it's a small island. Between 20 and 30 minutes, you can be everywhere on the island.
yeah. Do you ever get island fever that you feel like moving off and going to the mainland, or is
Well, actually, some friends of ours are having that feelings, but I don't have that feeling yet. We're here for 3 years now, and I actually have the opposite when I'm away, when I'm going back to the Netherlands, or actually our last travel, we were in Costa Rica, and we love to travel, and that's also why we moved abroad. We like the nature and the sun and everything. But last time we traveled in Costa Rica, the last
yeah?
week, we had the feeling like, oh, we're looking forward to go back to our island again. So I'm
Okay.
actually quite enthusiastic to live on an island, and it's
Yeah.
really a bubble where you're living in, because
Yeah.
so but no, I actually have the opposite. I'm looking forward to go back to the island always.
Yeah, exactly. Especially if you're in Holland, right? And it's shitty weather, then
Yeah, yeah.
I'm wearing a hat. You're sitting in the sun. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
exactly the two different worlds, right? But
yeah, that's it.
I'm really excited to speak with you, Dennis. I think we know each other for some time, but we know each
Yeah,
other, but we don't really know each other. So I thought that's a good opportunity because to speak because you were running your own gym at one point in the Netherlands. You
yeah,
do Krav Maga, and you're I would say a pioneer as well on the whole internet business, right? And I would love to
yeah,
jump into these things and.
yeah.
So what's your background? Did you actually go to school to be in sports, or what did you do?
Well, I went to school. That's one thing.
Did
But
you finish
already,
it?
no, I didn't finish. But I will tell the story.
Yeah.
Already when I was younger, at the age of 10, I knew what I wanted to do. I played football. I wanted to be a professional football player, and already then, my father told me about education of sports. That you were able to get your diploma to be a football coach, other sports coach, fitness instructor, all those kind of things. And from that moment, that was always my focus and in my mind. Yes, that's what I want to do, because I was crazy about sports. And also when I went to what's it named, high school in Netherlands, I went to high school, and I had a pretty high level. What I did, it was the VWO
Okay.
in Dutch, but I never wanted to go to university and study, because I want to go to that sports education. So I stopped when I had my class 3 to 4 when I finished that. So I could have changed my education, and then I went to the sports education school in Haarlem. I did that for 4 years, but at that time I was also playing professional football already on a young age. and it was hard to combine because yeah, I had to go to the train at 7:30, and my dad picked me up in Rotterdam again at 7:30 later in the evening with my bag with football clothing, and went to training. So I didn't do a lot of homework, and I finished all my practical courses in school, but yeah, some things I couldn't do because I didn't do a lot of homework, so I didn't finish that as well. And then yeah, I thought I had to go to work because no diploma, sports was my thing. And I started working for a couple of years in IT, so already with computers, and that was already then that there was really the IT bubble. It exploded with all those IT stuff, servers, computers, and then my heart said, well, I wanted to go. I want to go back to sports again because that's where my heart was,
Yeah.
and I made the choice to work for a small fitness franchise, or another franchise, False Fitness club in the center of Rotterdam. They had 4 clubs in total, and I was a manager there. And after 4 or 5 years, I said, well, I can do this trick myself, and started my own club in Spijkenisse, a part of Rotterdam as well, and started very successfully, actually. Within 3 months, we were full, and that was in 2008. Actually, when the crisis started in 2008, we opened our gym, and our concept was to open more gyms with the same concepts all over the Netherlands. But yeah, no banks wanted to finance the franchise or the concept because it was crisis. So
Yeah.
so my entrepreneur heart said, I want to go on and yeah, grow, but it was not possible. We were with
Yeah.
2 directors in that fitness club, and 2 years later, 2010, I made the choice to start my first other business, and that was internet.
Good.
Started with helping people rank in Google, so
Yeah.
SEO, search engine optimization. And I started from scratch. I didn't know how it worked, what to do, but I found 2 guys who coached me. I followed their coaching program and started from there. And actually, with picking up the phone and asking clients if they want some help with their SEO ranking. That's how I
Okay.
started, and that's how I got more interested in everything else internet had to offer. And yeah, that made a click in my mind, like, hey, this is it for me.
Yeah.
Of course,
So
I
what
also
happened with the gym, Dennis?
the gym. Well, actually, my internet business grew harder and brought me more than my fitness club, because
Yeah.
yeah, we were full, and I sold it in 2012, actually. So that was a good point for me, and also because when I started with entrepreneurship as a business owner, I met a lot of other entrepreneurs, and that always interested me. Like, hey, how are you doing this? How are you doing that? Why do this? Why is this entrepreneur having 8 businesses, and this one has 1, and the one with 1 business is more struggling than the one with 8? So I learned a lot about uh, business ownership and entrepreneurship, and I actually had one kind of mentor. I always call this man my mentor. He had 8 businesses, all kind of different businesses, and he told me a lot about how to run a business. Yeah, as an entrepreneur, creating systems and concepts, and that's what clicked in my mind. And I saw that in the internet, like, hey, successful business owners create systems with employees or with automation or IT, but they create systems, and their business works for them, and they manage stuff, so the business is not dependent on the time of the business owner, because they had created systems. And that was really what caught my attention, and that was really interesting. So I was looking at systems, followed some seminars and training and coaching of looking for, in between brackets, some passive income streams or systems. And that's what the internet, yeah, that was my vehicle, the internet.
Mm. So can you explain? I mean, so what exactly did you do next? So how does it work, the internet, and how can you create this passive income?
Well, I always tell people, like, you can see the internet, or you can use the internet as an online asset, like in real estate. You know,
Mm.
within real estate, you buy property, and then you get your renting fees, and that's your income. And
Yeah.
the more properties you have, the more income streams you have, and it's quite passive, because you know, you buy a property and you rent it out, and that's a one-time action you take. And that's how I thought about the internet as well. How can I create assets online which generate income, which only takes one effort, or one big effort, and then less time,
Yeah.
and create an income stream. So I was at that time specialized in SEO, so organic ranking in Google, and it was before all the Google algorithm updates. So in the good times, like I said always. And I created a lot of mini websites, 4 or 5 pages, with one niche topic, and added an affiliate product. I don't know if you know what affiliate product is, but I promote a product of someone else and get a
Yeah.
commission for selling a product. So I'm doing the marketing on my mini website,
Yeah.
generating traffic organic with Google rankings, because that's what I knew. And so I had about 20, 25 mini websites about, well, learning how to play the piano, the guitar, losing weight, online business, all kind of stuff. I just did market research and ranked my websites in a couple of weeks. And yeah, those created income, one more than the other, but I had different kind of income streams. So I was doing pretty well with that concept. And I worked with that, and I profited from that, I think 4 or 5 years, until Google decided to change their algorithm and do stuff that they didn't like anymore. And I had VAs, virtual assistants, in the Philippines, were working on my sites and doing SEO. And I was traveling through Argentina. And our last day in Argentina, my VA called me like, "Hey, sir, I think we have a problem. All our websites are not ranking anymore. About 80, 90% of our websites were gone out of the search engines
Okay.
results.
So.
So that also meant that 80, 90% of our income streams were gone." So that was quite stressful.
Yeah, I can
So
imagine.
yeah, so that was, yeah, I had to do some other stuff. So I worked day and night for 2, 3 months to get everything up and running again. Then it happened a second time. So I decided, okay, you know, this is a lesson. I don't want to put all my eggs in one basket. I want to diversify
Yeah.
and learn to buy traffic. So advertise, paid advertisement. So because traffic, it's what it's all about. If you have a website or a product, but you don't have buyers traffic to your website, you have
Nothing
nothing.
happens. Yeah.
Yeah. So then, yeah, I learned how to do Facebook advertising, Google advertising, and how to use that platform, and work with the same website and same kind of products to, yeah, make the income again. And I also started to create my own products, because I thought, okay, I'm promoting products right now from other people, getting mostly with digital products 50% commissions. But why not create my own products and get 100% commissions? So that's what I did on the side, and I created a lot of products in the last years as myself, as a specialist, because I had the background in sports and fitness. I created some fitness products where I offer trainings, mostly in the weight loss niche, because yeah, that market is huge, of course, weight loss.
Yeah.
And I also did some cooperations with other specialists, like personal development coaches, and we made a split deal. Or also hobbies, playing the guitar. My father is guitarist, so I created a program with him. Some people I knew, they could create fantastic cakes like decorating cakes and stuff. And I saw that market that was like around 15 to 20,000 searches a month on Google in the Netherlands only. People
Oh,
want to
wow.
learn to bake cakes. So that's how I did my market research. Just search in Google what people are searching for and create a product out of that. So
Yeah, that's so smart.
I expanded my skills and different kind of assets online, and yeah, that's how I'm running online business right now, doing different kind of things. Also coaching right now, learning people how to set up their own business with their knowledge and their passion, or you know. So it's really thinking in concepts and possibilities of. For me, it's about lifestyle. You know, I want to
Yeah.
live a certain lifestyle. It's not about a certain amount of money for my lifestyle, but just I want. It's all about have the freedom to do what you want when you want, and you need money for that, of course, and a certain kind of income stream. And the more you can make it passive, the better it is.
Amen.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I fully agree, man. So when did you decided that you want to leave the Netherlands and and build a life on your own somewhere else?
Well, the decision that I wanted to live somewhere else was already when I was 16, I think.
Yeah.
Of course, it wasn't possible then, but I was triggered the first time when a football club in England wanted me to play for them. There was Norwich
Oh,
City.
right.
But at that time, it was not like now that you get a lot of money, and if you are not being successful and you come back, well, you don't have to work anymore. That was not the time. So
No.
I didn't go, and but that triggered me. Yeah, I want to live abroad, and the Netherlands. I grew up in the Netherlands. I had a great time, but I always had the best time when I was away from the Netherlands. And I realized that more and more and more because I traveled a lot. And all the time when we came back, when we arrived on Schiphol airport, I had that down feeling like, oh, you know,
Yeah.
and so that triggered me. I had a long relationship, which didn't work after 10 years, work anymore because it worked before, of course. And I met my wife. She's now my wife, and she had the same passion with traveling. She just came from Australia, New Zealand, because she worked there, and she had the same passion to live abroad. And yeah, we decided in 2015 we got married on Ibiza, and we decided, okay, let's move. We tried for a couple of years, I think already 5 years, to move to Australia because yeah, that's what we really liked. But
Beautiful country.
it's beautiful country, but it's really hard as a business owner
Yeah.
to go and live there. You have to
Yeah.
bring a lot of money and all kind of rules, so that was hard. But for us, it was really okay. We have to leave now. We don't want to live in the Netherlands anymore because we always felt like we were looking for the next trip or to go away,
Yeah.
and we were already coming, well, I'm already coming like 14 15 years on Ibiza holidays, mostly 1 week, and then at the end of the year make a nice trip, long trip somewhere else in the world. And we said, well, let's try Ibiza. And 2017 November, December, we really decided it, and 3 months later we were on Ibiza. So
Oh yeah.
also because of the internet business, it was quite easy to make the step. So
I think you created the freedom, right? I mean, you created
yeah,
these businesses, generating a passive income. You could sit on the
yeah,
Philippines, Australia. Well, Australia because of visa issues, I guess, but
yeah,
you can live anywhere, I guess, as long as you have an internet line.
yeah, and that's it. And that's
Yeah.
what I realize more and more. Of course, now I'm doing online business for, well, since 2010, already 11 years. So you realize what you got, and even more now with COVID, you know, we don't have any negative things for her business with in this time.
No. No.
Also because we diversify in niches, we're not
Yeah.
focusing on one. So you
Yeah.
know, of course, sometimes one income stream falls or gets to a 0 point, but you have some more, and you can build a new one quite easily with internet. It's not that expensive to build an online business. Like when you are investing in real estate, you have to buy a property. It's quite big of an investment. If you want to start a franchise, or buy a franchise from McDonald's, for example, you have to pay 100,000 euros and go to school
Yeah.
for 1 year.
Yeah.
So those kind of things, you don't have it with internet business, and it gives you a certain kind of freedom to work from where you want, but also in time, and think time is your most valuable asset, what you have.
Absolutely. Yeah. So can it still be done, Dennis? If people are listening and feel like, wow, I need this change as well. People who are stuck in their, stationary life.
Yeah.
Can it still be done?
Of course,
Yeah.
everybody can do it as well, because some people think, well, it's hard, or I don't know anything about internet. I didn't know anything about internet as well, so that's why I chose to work with coaches. And the internet is getting bigger and bigger, and it will not go away anymore. And even now we are in the informational area, also online. People are buying information, so as long as you have something to share, which can be of value of anybody, if it's to grow, or to heal, or to make money, or to learn how to play the guitar, or whatever. If you have knowledge and expertise, or you have something to share with the world, you can have an online business, and
Yeah.
you can create a concept out of that. If it's
Yeah.
membership, or coaching, or affiliate, or whatever, there are so many ways you can start online, and everybody can start online if you
Yeah.
know the first steps and get a little bit of help.
Yeah. I think last week I was speaking with two individuals who actually gave up their life in London, and they decided to be. They call it slow travelers, right? So
Yeah,
they are digital nomads, and they're traveling the world. They created a life as well where they can work remotely anywhere they want.
yeah,
They're now in Madeira for the past 9 months, and we were talking about this digital nomad movement, right? Especially with COVID, I think a lot of people
yeah,
they mainly the companies as well. I guess they realize that the old-fashioned way of putting people in a cubicle, it's not necessary anymore, right? I mean,
no,
so many things you can do online, or just simply by having a smartphone, you can run a business. And you
yeah,
are such a great example that you can create the life you want on a pizza, sitting in
yeah,
the sun, creating this passive income.
yeah.
It's really, inspiring.
Well, yeah, thanks a lot. But again, first of all, it's a choice. Everything is a
Yeah.
choice. People can choose to live how they want, and it doesn't have to be all about money, because they say, "Oh, I don't have any money. I don't have any money." Well, it doesn't have to take a lot of money to start your online business, because when you make your choice to live differently, you have to make some changes in your life, and that can be all kind of things. You can decide to start something, or to have a look at something that brings you a side income, or start a new business, or do something. But a lot of people are saying, well, I can do that because I don't know how. Well, you don't need to know how right now, but find out how. Find the how. That's it.
You can be taught, right? Everything is teachable. I
Yeah,
guess you have done
yeah,
the same.
that's it. That's it.
So
It's
the only thing people should do is actually connect with you. I guess you can coach them, and there they go. Then off they go.
absolutely, absolutely. When people are interested to know more, they can contact me through my social media profiles, or through you, or whatever. But or just have a look at what people are doing online. If you want to find out more, just go online and search on how you can start
Yeah.
an online business, or different kind of online businesses which you can start.
Mm.
There are so many things you can do. It's not one thing. It's people. A lot of people think about web shops when they think about your online business owner. Oh, do you have a website? What do you sell? No, I don't have a web shop. There are more things you can do, and with my program, I always focus on the lifestyle. You know, the internet business, like I said, it's a vehicle to get to your goals, and an online business is one. If you have other uh, resources like maybe money to invest, you can do it in other ways as well. But uh, I'm helping people to live a certain lifestyle, you know, and not really. The goal is not to give them an online business. No, I want to give them a certain lifestyle that
Yeah.
they want,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
that's the thing. The
Yeah.
online business is only a vehicle. It's not the goal.
Yeah. 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 So how did you ended up doing Krav Maga? I know you're doing Krav Maga already for a few years, right? And I see that
Yeah, already
you're still
for
actively doing it.
yeah for 7 years now. I
Yeah.
just saw a memory coming by on Facebook today that I passed my second exam, and that was in 2015. So
Okay. Wow.
yeah, that was pretty cool. Yeah, how did I end up with Krav Maga? Well, I must say my father was in martial arts already, so I grew up with my father doing martial arts. We trained at home. He was doing taekwondo and pencak silat, the Indonesian fight martial art.
Yeah.
So I was always interested in martial arts, but because I did quite well with football, it took all my time, 5 6 days a week, and when I got injured and yeah didn't play at a high level anymore, that was the time I could start with martial arts, and I started with karate a couple of weeks, but that was not for me. Taekwondo also not for me because of my football anatomy, and my muscles were quite short. You
Yeah.
know, all those technical things were there were too many techniques, and it was not for me. So I went to kickboxing. That was
Yeah.
hard training, a
Yeah.
few techniques actually quite effective, but I loved the training, so that was the start.
No katas as well. So
No difficult stuff. So
yeah.
that was quite a good fit, and I
Yeah.
did that for 7 years, and then I quit for a while, also because I was building the business, and then I wanted to do something again in martial arts, and I was just looking online. On a friend of mine did eskrima, and he said, "Oh, have a look at eskrima. It's Philippine. It's a Philippine martial art." And
Yeah.
I had a look at it. I searched for it, and I didn't find anything in Rotterdam.
Yeah.
But two or three results popped up with Krav Maga, and I heard about it quite a long time ago, and I didn't knew what it was. Close by, so the first day I could, I went by to have a look what it was, and I was sold immediately. That was in 2014. I saw like everything that I wanted. It was everything that you need on the street. You know, all kind of. It's not a sport. That's all what I was. It's not a sport because there are no rules. There's no competition in it because you can poke out your eyes. You can kick in the ball. You can do everything that's necessary to bring yourself in safety. That's the biggest thing. It's a self defense system, and I saw it, and I saw different kind of levels training, and one with knife, one with a gun, one with a bat, one with just hands and legs, and I was sold immediately. So I started the next day, and since then I trained. I did quite some exams, and because of my online again, the owner of the organization, he was the head of instructor of the Netherlands actually,
Yeah.
and there were I think almost 30 locations in the Netherlands where they trained, and he needed some help with online marketing. So that's where I got involved, and then he offered me to do the instructor course in exchange for my services. Well, that was quite interesting to me. So I did the instructor's course, and that's how I ended up being an instructor all of a
Oh
sudden.
wow.
Yeah,
Okay, that's
yeah.
a cool
So
trade-off. And
yeah.
so how does it work with Krav Maga? You have a belt system as well, or I mean, like in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu,
Hmm.
you have different belt colors. Is it the same with Krav Maga?
Well, it's different with Krav Maga. Like I said, it's not really. There are different kind of organizations.
Mm.
I think there are, well, two big organizations, is Krav Maga Global and the International Krav Maga Federation. And the IKMF is working with some kind of belt systems, and the Krav Maga Global is working with patches. So you get a patch on your short or on your trousers with your level. And every year you can do an exam and see if you can go to the level. And those exams are really tough, by the way. I never had something that hard I did with in sports, because you do an exam for your first level. For example, when you're just a starter, you have the P levels, like the practitioner levels, and then you have the E levels, the expert levels, and then you have the levels. No, you have the P, the G levels, so the practitioner, the graduate, the expert levels, and then the really big ones like the instructors, the global instructors. But each level has like 5 or 6 levels within. So P1 to 5, G1 to 5, and so on. So I had to do my first exam for the P1, because first you're nothing, and then you go for P1, and that exam was already 4 hours. So you train for 4
Oh,
hours. That was only for P1. So, I had sore muscles and everything, but I was really happy, and you felt really good after that 4 hours that you passed your exam. And
so what? How are they testing your skills? Because I think it's very hard to do some sparring with Krav Maga, right? Or or you have to show some movements or techniques, or what is it to do a test for?
well, with a test, you create a couple in the beginning, so you
Yeah,
work with two.
yeah.
And because Krav Maga is all about defending, it's the basics are all a defense, and then you do a counter attack, depending on how dangerous the situation is. Because the first thing what they say is, if you can run away, run away. So
Yeah.
you have to show
Yeah.
it all. You have a curriculum that's been taught in the trainings, and for that level, and at the end of and beginning in that exam, you're going to go through the complete curriculum. So you're going to do all techniques, defending techniques. Of course, you start with the basics, like defending a punch and then counterattacks and kicks, but you go through all different kind of things with each other. And so you always have one attacker and one defender, and then you change roles, and at the end you also do the group attacks, because that's also part of it. So you will be attacked by 4 or 5 people with weapons, and depending on which level you're doing the exam for. So you're mostly doing the exam with a couple, and doing
Yeah.
the techniques as a defender and as an attacker, and go through everything. But there's also a physical part in it, with push-ups, sit-ups, and all kind of things, because the basic is also, if you're not fit, well, you can do your techniques very well, but if you're not fit and your attacker is fitter than you, then you will lose also. So fitness is also part, but it's quite heavy. And at the higher levels, your exams are 7-8 hours, so it's really
Wow.
tough. Yeah.
Wow, 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 wow. Is it country, is it on a country level organized, these,
International.
of national level? Yeah. Okay.
No, international.
Oh,
Oh,
international.
the exams, you mean? The
Yeah,
exams.
yeah.
Yeah, exams are at the country level. So you
Oh,
are
yeah,
in a big hall
yeah.
with
Sports
two, three
hall.
hundred people. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. And then if you have to do an exam for 4 or 5 hours, that's extended time, right?
Yeah.
That's unbelievable. Are you wearing a gi or a special?
No, no. Because it's not a sport or some kind of tradition. It's all about
Yeah,
how it's in real life.
yeah,
You wear a normal T-shirt. You wear normal sports shoes or shoes which you would wear outside. Of course, you wear sports shoes for training and exam purposes, and just a long trouser or a short trouser.
yeah.
It's like the trousers of a gi. You can
Oh, yeah,
compare it with that. So
yeah,
that's about the same.
yeah, 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 yeah. But you have done kickboxing as well, right? And
Yeah,
after a good hour of kickboxing, you do some sparring. You're
yeah,
leaving, drained
sure.
from the sweat,
Yeah,
and you're
yeah,
tired. is the Krav Maga your workout similar dynamic?
Oh no, no,
No.
it's way tougher. It's really, and like I said, I never had something like that. You know,
Yeah.
the time of the time when you were sweating so much and that you're burning your proteins, your muscle
Yeah.
proteins, that you
Yeah.
can smell it. I
Yeah.
had that
Oh.
with Krav Maga, and really, it's uh, everyone who started, who are introduced to Krav Maga, friends or family even with it, who did it, they were like, "Whoa, what is this?" You know, it's really, yeah. Kickboxing is also tough, like boxing or all kinds of martial arts which you train for. But like Krav Maga, what I did is what I never had before in any sports. It's really intensive and yeah.
So what do you do now in on the Ibiza? You started your own Krav Maga gym or your
Well, the in the beginning, the idea was actually to start a training education for security here on the island because,
oh
like maybe people know, in summer Ibiza is like a hotspot for celebrities, rich and famous. You know, a lot of rich people come here to spend their money, and security for villas and people's personal security is quite well necessary and a big thing here on the island. So with the owner of the Krav Maga organization in the Netherlands, we talked about this. But then I came to the island and noticed that there was a Swedish couple who do Krav Maga as well with another guy from Israel. They're very good. They have the business already. They started it already, and I got friends with them, and they told what it took to start it with a lot of licenses in Spain. Invested about 200,000 to get everything in place. So that's when I thought, okay, that idea is over. I don't want to do
yeah
that, and I just want to do some personal training in Krav
yeah
Maga. I didn't want to
okay.
do a gym because again my time is very valuable and I don't want to set this many days a week, many hours a week, every week to go to training. With personal training, I can decide when to do it, with who, how long, you know. So
Yeah,
I
more
started doing
flexibility as well.
yeah, flexibility as well,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that's what I'm still doing. I have
Okay,
a small group of people who like doing personal training. In summer, I noticed that some tourists who are coming here, they want to do something while they're here. Some will stay longer for a few weeks and yeah, want to stay fit and want to try Krav Maga because they
yeah,
never did it or knew about it. And yeah, so that's cool. You meet interesting people and can still do something with your Krav Maga because
yeah,
that's yeah, it's a hard thing to train by yourself. There are a few people here. Uh, you can count them on one hand who are doing Krav Maga on a certain level.
yeah,
But besides that, yeah, you have to train yourself. And
yeah, yeah. I think it's the most effective way of defending yourself, right? Krav Maga. So
well, yeah, I'm obviously already a practitioner, so yeah,
yeah,
for me, it's the most effective way because it's easy to learn because everything is based around natural reactions. That's how the founder of Krav Maga started with creating those techniques. Okay, what will people do? What will be their reaction when somebody punches them, you know, like this? Okay, let's find a technique where you already use your natural reaction. So for that, it's easy to learn. I think everybody who starts can learn the basic techniques for a very good self-protection for yourself within 2 months already. So, and then you can do the more advanced techniques, of course, but it's all about repetition, 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 like it's with everything. If it's
and
sports,
muscle
work,
memory, I guess. You know, it
muscle memory, but also in your mind,
yeah,
because I did kickboxing for 7 years and I started with Krav Maga. I really had to unlearn things in my head, like with kickboxing. If I wanted to block a punch, I put my glove against my head, but in this case it will not work. You know, I don't
yeah,
have any gloves. I
yeah,
don't, they
yeah,
will, I will get punched in the head. So I had to unlearn certain things with my reactions. And actually, after my fourth exam, right after I passed, I said to my the student who I did the exam with, you know, now only now I have the feeling that my automation changed in my head. Now it's automated a lot of
Okay.
things
Yeah.
after four exams. So that's almost after 4 years, 3 4 years.
Wow. Wow. Is your wife doing Krav Maga as well?
I'm practicing with her sometimes, but she's not a fan.
She's your dummy, or?
Well, it looks like it. No, she's sometimes interested, but she is rather doing yoga right now.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah,
Can you recommend it as well for kids, or are they allowing kids
absolutely,
to practice Krav
absolutely.
Maga? Yeah.
Yeah, in the Netherlands, they started kids Krav Maga and teen Krav Maga. I think, well, 3 4 years ago,
Okay.
and it's booming. It's really, those exams with kids are like with 500 in one space. And I think Krav Maga is really popular now because it's so important to learn your kids at a certain age already. Not how to kick and punch, but how to respond to situations.
Yeah.
They teach you, or they teach the kids something like, when an adult is asking you for help, maybe trying to trick you to come with you. They learn you, okay, adults don't need help from kids. Realize that. So when some adult is come and ask you for help, go or scream or whatever. So those are the things they learn first. Or
Yeah.
how to help other kids when they get bullied. That's the
Yeah.
basics what they do with kids Krav Maga. And
Yeah.
then going step by step to some defending techniques and punching. But first, it's all about mindset, realizing what happens in the situation,
Yeah.
being good for other kids as well, because bullying is a big thing nowadays as well.
Yeah.
And I think it's really good
Yeah.
to have kids learn those kind of things.
Yeah. Be aware of your surroundings as well, I guess. Right?
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah,
really,
yeah.
a good thing. My kids are doing judo already since they were 3, and they really
Hmm.
enjoy it. I
Yeah,
thought that's a good basis for a kid. They learn how to fall, how to roll,
yeah,
and yeah, we are very fortunate that they really enjoy doing it as well. So they do tours,
yeah.
but yeah, would be nice to go to the next thing. Myself, I practice Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, so I would love to have my kids that experience as well.
Hmm.
But that's more ground fighting, I guess, right? Krav Maga is
Yeah,
stand up, I assume, or will you go as well to the ground with Krav Maga?
yeah, absolutely. You do everything like I said. The kids learn how to fall, how to roll. That's also part of Krav Maga. Is like a mix of different martial arts techniques and some special techniques that are only for Krav Maga.
Yeah,
But learning how to fall, ground fighting is a big part of it. I hate ground fighting because
yeah,
I'm big and I like to stay on my feet, but I'm getting exhausted when I'm doing ground fighting. So I have a lot of respect for people who are doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu because
yeah,
pulling, pushing, being on each other, like it's not my thing, but it's
yeah,
absolutely an important thing, like getting choked on the ground, or
yeah,
you can be
yeah,
on top or underneath when somebody tries to attack you. But ground fighting is a thing, falling, breaking fall, whatever you can think of, because all kind of situations can happen. And
yeah.
yeah, that's why it's so beautiful, I think.
I will definitely check it out and see if because there's a Krav Maga in Rotterdam, right? So
Yeah, several, I think
yeah,
like 5 or 6
yeah,
in the area.
yeah. We will check it out. So Dennis, anything you miss while sitting in Ibiza from the Netherlands? Is there anything you need? Let me know.
what
I
I
can send
mi-
it to you.
what I really miss, dim sum.
Oh, dim sum. Oh shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what
yeah,
I
we don't
miss as
have
well,
it.
right? Especially the
Oh,
Shaolin Baos. Uh,
oh, I miss all dim sum. So that's what we don't have here. Except for that, no, not really. But once in a while, I really crave dim sum.
Yeah. Same for us actually. Or a good bubble tea. Although in
Yeah.
Rotterdam you have some good bubble teas nowadays.
Yeah, in Rotterdam there are quite good dim sum restaurants and bubble tea as well. But and we have Asian here, and we have Thai. We have all kind of food because the island is very international, of course, also
Yeah,
with the residents. But
yeah,
some stuff, yeah, they just don't have.
yeah. So you're out in the nature a lot as well. You're
Yeah,
hiking. You're hiking a lot.
yeah,
How's that
yeah.
on the pizza? You have some good trails.
Yeah, wonderful trails, and that's actually something we just discovered when we moved here.
Yeah,
We were always on the beaches during our holidays here, but
yeah,
since we moved here, we discovered, wow, there's so much nature here and such beautiful hikes with beautiful views and sights. So we try to, well, in the beginning, we did it every weekend and did a lot of trails. This year and last year, end of year, because of COVID, it was a little bit less. But yeah, there are very much trails here, and there's an app. It's an international app called Wikiloc, and we use that. And you can do thousands of different trails here on the island.
oh
It's
yeah.
really cool.
Beautiful, man.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So yeah, we never been to Ibiza, but we will be very likely moving to Madeira. And they say it's a hiker's paradise as well there. So it's
Yeah, it's cool. I love it now.
got some mountains, but you
Yeah.
these beautiful beaches like you have in on Ibiza, right? It's rocky
Yeah. Well,
beaches
we
there
have
on Madeira.
we have beautiful beaches here. We have on a small island with 140,000 people. We have more than 60 beaches here.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tourists
So
are allowed again on the island.
well, since last week, tourists with a direct flight, so countries which have a direct flight to Ibiza are allowed now. So that's good.
Okay. Beautiful, man. Hopefully one day we can do a few beers on the beach, huh? Or you have to come to
Oh, yeah, Madeira.
be a good solution as well,
Yeah, I
right?
like Portugal as well. So Portugal is a good place as well. So let's
Yeah,
do it.
yeah, yeah. Thank you for your time, man. I think we
Yeah,
covered
no worries.
a few topics. Really
Yeah,
inspiring, how you've created that passive income so you can really enjoy your life and start traveling again. Hopefully after this whole COVID situation is over.
yeah. Our first trip will be Machu Picchu, Peru.
Oh, nice, nice.
Yeah,
Will
yeah.
you do some ayahuasca there while you're there, or?
Now we can do ayahuasca here on the island, but this is not for me.
Oh, okay. I
No,
thought
that's
maybe you
not
go
my
into
thing.
the jungle. You go to this ayahuasca. I'm reading a book now, actually.
No,
Um,
we.
it's a book. It's a very interesting book
Ah,
about a guy who actually went there and spent a few weeks in the jungle. Doing this
ayahuasca thing.
thing. Yeah,
Yeah, well, it's
yeah,
pretty intense ayahuasca, and
yeah,
it's
yeah.
quite popular here on the island as well. But no, we want to do the Inca Trail. So it's a hike actually for 5 or 6 days to Machu Picchu,
Oh, wow.
and that's what we want to do. And yeah, it sounds cool. And the
That's
jungle,
beautiful, man. I
yeah,
can't wait to see pictures on your social media. And
yeah, me too. I hope we can do it quite quickly. So last year,
yeah,
or it was the last time in Costa Rica, we did a jungle tour. It was
yeah,
really in the rainforest,
yeah,
hiking as well. 2 days. It was nobody's there, jungle like in the Amazon, going through rivers with your backpack on your head, where crocodiles are,
Oh
and
shit!
monkeys around you, and all kind of. That was awesome. But actually, after that was actually the hardest thing I ever did. 2 days hike through the
Yeah,
jungle there. It was blisters on your feet from the first hour because there is sand, the beautiful beaches through water, wet
yeah.
feet, wet socks. I was not prepared that well. I
High,
just my
high humidity, I guess, as well, right? So
yeah,
you're
yeah.
all the time.
That was really tough, but it was one of the best things that I did in my life. It was
So
awesome.
how do you prepare for these adventures? Are you just finding a local guide and
Yeah,
then you go with that person and you carry your own shit
yeah,
and he guides you through the jungle?
yeah, 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 that's actually how it went. And we did the hike and the jungle tour. What no one is doing, because the first day we were hiking and it's 40 kilometers already to
Yeah.
a jungle point where you can sleep, and we met other people. And then I was already so sore and blisters and my feet were swollen and stuff. I always think about, you have that part in Band of Brothers series about the Second World War.
Yeah,
Then
yeah, yeah.
they're taking off their shoes in winter and their feet are all like, all fucked up.
Yeah.
Sorry if I cannot say, but that's what I was thinking about when I looked at my feet and how I felt. So I was talking with other guys, one Australian guy, one English guy. Like, oh, how did you do it? And yeah, tomorrow we have to go again. And then it's, what? Tomorrow you go again? Yeah, you are not going tomorrow? No, we're staying here. We're doing some things here. We're staying here a couple of days and go back by boat. What? And then I talked to my guide. I said, hey, all these people are staying here and just leaving in a couple of days by boat. Yeah, you could do that as well, but only crazy people are doing this tour you are doing. I said, what?
Oh shit.
So we did the next day. We went back and yeah, it was the best thing we experienced. And I love new experience, adventurous experience, and where you really can push yourself. And this was really a thing in your head.
Yeah, mental toughness, right? I guess
Yeah,
pushing
yeah,
through that barrier of pain. And
yeah.
how did your wife cope with that? Was that
Also, she was so strong. She was really, how do you say it, when your muscles are getting tired, verzuren in Dutch,
cramped? Cramped?
cramped as well, but no
Yeah,
energy anymore in the muscles.
yeah,
So she had to think step by step by step, put her mind on zero and just go. So she
yeah,
was very strong.
yeah,
But yeah, we both were exhausted and but very happy when we were arriving at the end point.
yeah,
And it was such a nice romantic end of the trail, because a tico, they call it, the locals in Costa Rica, they call it tico,
yeah.
an older man with the horse and a cart behind it, offered us to bring us to the end point because we couldn't walk anymore. And so that
Oh
was
shit!
we saw the sunset at the beach in that on the with the horse and that
On the little
guy, and
card.
it was everything came
Wow, came
together at
together.
that part. Yeah.
So how was that very first ice cold beer you enjoyed? Kicking
Oh,
shoes, having an ice cold beer in your hand.
yeah. Well, the first thing was the coconut juice, because there was a very small stand
Yeah,
there with
yeah,
coconuts. And then we went home, and I went for a bucket of chicken
yeah,
and a cold beer.
yeah. Exactly.
That was awesome. That was really
Wow.
awesome.
What kind of shoes you were wearing? You had some hiking gears on,
No,
or
that's
your
what I meant.
Nike
I was
Airs
not really.
next?
Yeah, my Nike Airs. That was it.
Okay.
Yeah. So I wasn't really prepared for something like
Oh,
this. I thought I was
yeah.
just going with
On the
with a
wall.
hike. Yeah,
Yeah.
with a normal hike, was because the first hour I saw some groups with old people and just like, laughing, oh, those people are doing it as well, but they just went for a walk for maybe 1 or 2 hours and go back, but we did all the way.
Oh wow. Wow, 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 wow. Well, that's an
Yeah,
experience, right? I mean, that's beautiful. I mean,
yeah,
we love pushing as well. We love these mountain trails.
yeah,
Um, and I would really look forward to that Peru experience. I think that's really good as well. Hopefully, you have
yeah.
gears on then,
Oh,
proper
definitely,
hiking
definitely.
shoes or whatever.
Yeah, well, the positive thing is we don't have to carry our own stuff. So
Ah,
they have
backpack.
carriers. Yeah, so
Yeah,
we just have to hike. But there's a lot of climbing I saw.
yeah,
So
yeah,
for one day actually. But yeah, I'm
yeah,
looking forward to it. I think it will be amazing to arrive at Machu Picchu in the morning while nobody's there, and have a look over that mountain view and that Machu Picchu part.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. You bringing your own food, or is that taken care of as well by the guide?
Well, I think it's in the package for with the trail, because you're away for a
Uh,
couple of days, and then they
yeah,
will.
yeah,
Yeah, of
yeah,
course, we have to bring stuff, maybe
yeah,
like energy bars and
yeah, yeah,
water
yeah,
and thing. But
yeah, yeah.
yeah, a lot of
Wow,
things will be there
you
too.
should document it and put it on YouTube or or something, you know, would be
Yeah, I always try to document it with pictures and videos on Facebook, so people can
yeah,
follow me with the post every day,
yeah.
and Instagram. But yeah, that's how we love to document our trips and travels. And of course, I always have my camera with me, and my wife's like to do the photography. I like to do the video. So we have everything together, and so
Organized.
we can enjoy it again and again and again.
Yeah, exactly. That's perfect, man.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing your story. I really enjoyed it. Thank you
Yeah.
again.
Thanks for the invite.
Hopefully, we will meet somewhere outside of the Netherlands, maybe one day for a beer.
Yeah, that sounds good. I think we should
And
do it.
after everything is opening up again, yeah, we can start traveling again. Will be really nice. And I will
Yeah.
share in the comments your Facebook and all your social media links. So if people want to learn more about, you know, your internet business, or they're looking for a coach, they can reach out to you.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
enjoy
Cool.
the day. Enjoy the sunny day. It looks really good.
Yeah, we're going for a
Sun is
nice
shining
lunch.
here now as well.
Well, enjoy the sun.
Alrighty, man. Thanks, Dennis. We keep in
Okay,
touch.
thanks. We will.
Cheers.
Bye bye. Cheers.
Bye bye.
Bye.